Today we're going to show you guys how to install your new Herrington Arms X Macro Magwell, show you how to uninstall it, and then go over some frequently asked questions. It's incredibly easy. All you have to do is pull your magazine out of your gun, and then we are going to punch out the little pin in the back strap, and we can remove this back strap all the way off. And what you're going to want to do is take this little stainless thread insert here and slip it into the pocket in the bottom of the back strap. What you're going to want to do is make the excess material, you can see this hole is off center, put the excess material towards the front of the pocket. What this is going to do is line up the hole properly and allow the bolt to actually thread into the insert. If you install this incorrectly, you are going to know right away because the bolt will not go in. So now we can install this back onto the frame. You're going to want to put your finger on this insert so it doesn't flop out. We can actually do this upside down and use gravity to our advantage. So that is now installed, and we can reinstall our pin. You can just center up this pin with the back strap. Okay, so you can hear it in there. It is a little bit loose, and we are going to install the magwell. You can simply slip this on from the front to back. It does have grooves in the front, so you're going to want to make sure that you slide it on. We can tip it upside down here, put the bolt in place, and use the provided Allen key. You can Loctite this if you want. I personally would recommend it. We're not doing it for the example here, but if you're going to want to keep this as a permanent solution, use blue 243 Loctite. Do not use red Loctite. So now we can start threading this. You're going to want to apply some downward pressure with this Allen key, and you can feel it, the threads actually start with the bolt into the insert. The reason you want to put a little bit of downward pressure is because the back strap is actually at an angle, and that bolt has to come in and pick up the insert. So just pro tip, put a little bit of downward pressure on this and use the long end of the Allen key until it gets tight, and then you can tighten it up with the short end. You do not need to tighten this very much. This magwell is not going to come off. It has a lip in the front, so just give it a little bit of pressure and you'll be good to go. Now we can check that the actual magwell is good to go. You can rock the front here, make sure that it doesn't want to pop off. It looks like it's on there really tight. Check that the magazine still goes in and seats properly. A way to check this is to actually lock the slide back and press on the magazine. If the magazine is not fully seated and you pressed on the top here, you would get it to eject out the bottom. But this was installed properly, so now you're good to go. Well, it's incredibly easy. Just remove that magazine and then unthread the bolt in the bottom of the magwell here. And your magwell is off. You guys can leave the little insert that is in here from the install in there. It's not going to cause any problems. And then you can just reinstall the magwell in the future. Will your X Macro Magwell work with extended base plates, +5, +2 extensions? The answer is no. This only works with the standard 17-round X Macro magazine. You can use it your own risk, you can try, but we only designed this for the stock magazine. Will this magwell fit any of the other Sig P365 frames? The answer is no. This is only going to work with the X Macro frame. You cannot throw this magwell on a regular Sig P365 or 365 XL. Will this magwell work with all the back straps provided with the X Macro? The answer is yes. We have tested it with the small, medium, large back strap, and it will work great. If you guys like this kind of content, whether it's installs or more technical information, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.